Good morning all. In our today's class we are going to discuss about some other topics of semiconductors, and they are optoelectronic devices. What is the meaning of optoelectronic devices? Actually, optoelectronics is a concept of physics which deals with the both light and electronic property of a devices. Okay, optoelectronics is a branch of physics which deals with the properties of dual nature. Which kind of dual nature? That is both optics, that means light nature, and electronic natures of devices or materials. Let us see what is the meaning of, or what are the examples of these optoelectronic devices. They are photodetectors and phototransmitters. There are two different types of optoelectronic devices. They are photodetectors and phototransmitters. What is the meaning of photodetectors and what is the meaning of phototransmitter? Photodetectors are the devices which absorbs the photon energy and convert that photon energy into electrical energy. And phototransmitters are the devices which absorbs electrical energy and convert that into photon energy. Actually, photodetectors and phototransmitters are converse in nature. Okay, those are vice versa. That means photodetectors absorbs photon energy, convert into electrical energy. The case is reverse in case of a phototransmitters. That is, it absorbs electrical energy and emits photon energy. Let us see. We can discuss this concept now. That is, photodiode is also a optoelectronic device. What is the meaning of photodiode then? It is a device which converts photon energy into electrical energy. Photodiode is a device which converts photon energy into electrical energy. Such type of devices is known as photodetectors, or generally we can call that as photodiode. There are some other photo receivers. They are photoresistors, phototransistors. These kind of devices we have, but in this particular case we are looking only at photodiode. Okay, because earlier we have discussed about general diode, common semiconductor diode. That is why we are looking at only photodiode. Now, how this photodiode behaves, how this photodiode is working, let us see. For that, initially we have to consider a PN junction diode. For that, initially we have to consider a PN junction diode. Let us assume this as a P type of a semiconductor and this as a N type of a semiconductor, and between these two P and N type of semiconductor, the junction should be present. Okay, unless without the connection of external supply, that means if the battery is not connected to the PN junction of a semiconductor, there will be a layer present inside a junction or inside a P and N type of semiconductor, that is depletion layer. Unless if we are not connecting an external power supply, depletion layer will be present inside a PN junction semiconductor. Now, this photodiode behaves only in reverse bias condition only. Why? That is more important. Because if this is a P type of semiconductor, means we have to connect that to a N type of or negative terminal of a battery, and N type of semiconductor has to connect it to the positive terminal of the battery. Look, this is in reverse bias condition. Photodiode always operates in reverse bias condition only. Why? That is more important. Because the electricity that is building inside a depletion layer is due to minority charge carriers only. The electron setup, the electricity setup inside a depletion layer is due to minority charge carriers only. The majority charge carriers are present in these regions. Okay, majority side of a P and N type of semiconductor, there are majority charge carriers. But inside a depletion layer, minority charge carriers will present. Due to these minority charge carriers only, we are getting electricity. That electricity is nothing but photocurrent. Let us see how we are getting those photocurrent. In this particular case, in case of a reverse bias condition, the depletion layer increases. In case of a reverse bias condition of a semiconductor diodes or PN junction diode, the depletion layer increases as we increase the external electric field. If the external electric field increases, means the depletion layer, width of the depletion layer is also going to increase. That's why I am going to increase this depletion layer. Here, number of electrons and number of holes present inside a depletion layer. Inside a depletion layer, number of electrons and number of holes present. These are all minority charge carriers. But here also we have holes and here we have electrons. But these are majority charge carriers. Okay. Now, if we transmit a light, if we incident a light to this depletion region, okay, light has to be incident to this region only. If we incident the light to these two regions, it won't accept any light energy. But here, the incident light energy to the depletion layer, here the depletion layer energy, the energy which we are incidenting, that has to be greater than the energy gap or equal or greater than the energy gap. The incident energy that we are applying to the depletion layer of a PN junction semiconductor diode has to be equal or greater than the energy gap of a semiconductor. Then only it will accept the energy. The energy is accepted by these electrons. The energy will accepted by these electron. This is photon energy. H nu is nothing but photon energy, or we can consider that as a light. Light energy, we can consider that as light energy or infrared energy. Sometimes we incident infrared light energy to this PN junction semiconductor diode. That is why we can consider light energy or infrared light energy to this PN junction semiconductor diode. Once the battery switch on, the depletion layer width increases, then we have to incident a photon energy to this depletion layer. Then the electrons of this depletion layer absorbs energy. The electrons of this depletion layer absorbs energy and going to recombine with holes. Once the electrons absorbs photon energy, they will recombine with the this is what we call as electron hole pair. Electron hole pair. Once the electron absorbs the incident photon energy, then this electron going to attached with hole of a depletion layer. This is what we called as electron hole pair. But the field inside this, electric field set inside the depletion layer, we used to call that as potential barrier. This potential barrier separates these two photons. Okay, this electric field separates these two minority charge carriers or electron hole pair. Then what it will become? These electron and holes diffused through these majority charge carriers. This electron is diffusing like this. This electron will come here initially, and then it will come here, and it will go to the metallic contact of a conductor. Then this hole will come here, and this hole will come here, and this hole escapes in this region. Now these electron hole pairs are here. We are getting holes from the positive terminal of the battery. Here again electron hole pair recombination occurs. Here also electron hole pair recombination occurs, and from here we are getting electrons, and here also electron hole pair recombination occurs. Due to this electron hole pair recombination, we are getting current inside a semiconductor device. And that current is called as photocurrent. The current present in a photodiode due to diffusion electron or diffused holes inside a depletion layer due to minority charge carriers is known as photocurrent. Actually, this is all about construction and working of a photodiode. Actually, what we have considered, initially ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಪಿ ಟೈಪ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎನ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಸೆಮಿಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ನ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಪಿ ಟೈಪ್ ಸೆಮಿಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ರೀಜನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ರೀಜನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಲ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಯಾಟರಿನ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಆ ಜಂಕ್ಷನ್ ನಡುವೆ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಡಿಪ್ಲಿಷನ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಆ ಡಿಪ್ಲಿಷನ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ನಾವು ವಿಡ್ತ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಟರಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಫೋಟೋ ಡಯೋಡ್ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಬಯಾಸ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗುವಂತ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಬಯಾಸ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಬ್ಯಾಟರಿನ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದಾಗಿದ ನಂತರ ಡಿಪ್ಲಿಷನ್ ಲೇಯರ್ದು ವಿಡ್ತ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಡಿಪ್ಲಿಷನ್ ಲೇಯರ್ದು ವಿಡ್ತ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರುವಂತಹ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ರೇಡಿಯೇಷನ್ ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆನೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಫೋಟಾನ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ದ ಡಿಪ್ಲಿಷನ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಆಗ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಲೈಟ್ ರೇಸ್ ಡಿಪ್ಲಿಷನ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಒಳಗಡೆನೆ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಆ ಫೋಟಾನ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿನ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಹೋಲ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ರೀಕಂಬೈನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಹೋಲ್ ಪೇರ್ ರೀಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಡಿಪ್ಲಿಷನ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಅದ್ರೊಳಗಡೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ನ ನಾವು ಬ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಶಿಯಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಶಿಯಲ್, ಈ ಬ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಶಿಯಲ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಹೋಲ್ ಪೇರ್ ನ ಅಗೇನ್ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ರೀಕಂಬೈನ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಹೋಲ್ ಪೇರ್ ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೋಲ್ ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಿರುವಂತಹ ಹೋಲು ಈ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ರೀಕಂಬೈನ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದ ರಿಪಲ್ಷನ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವೋಂಟ್ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಟರಿ ಇಂದ ಮೈನಾರಿಟಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಟರ್ಮಿನಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಬ್ಯಾಟರಿ ಇಂದ ಮೈನಾರಿಟಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ಸ್ ಹೋಲ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಈ ಹೋಲ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ರೀಕಂಬೈನ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಹೋಲ್ ಪೇರ್ ರೀಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಹೋಲ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಿರುವಂತಹ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಹೋಲ್ ಪೇರ್ ರೀಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. but current has to be flow throughout a circuit in only one particular direction. That direction is like this. The direction of a current should be always from positive to negative of the battery. That's why we have shown the direction of a current like this. Okay. This is all about photodiode of a optoelectronic devices. ಇದು photodiode ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ photodiode symbolic representation ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. There may be a chance of asking what is the symbolic representation of a photodiode. Actually, we have to write a diode and the light radiation should be incident on this. Actually, this is symbolic representation of a photodiode. This is symbolic representation of a photodiode, and here we have to connect this photodiode in a reverse bias condition. Actually, this is P type of a semiconductor, this is N type of a semiconductor. P has to connect it to the negative of the battery and N has to connect it to the positive of the battery. Actually, this is how a general photodiode is connected to the battery in a reverse bias condition, and we have written the construction and working part here. I have explained working part here, and there is a graph obtained to this photodiode, and the graphical representation of a photodiode will be like this. The graphical, this is voltage, applied voltage, that is reverse applied voltage. Here we are applying voltage in a reverse bias condition. So we have to consider this as a reverse voltage. That is why I have shown in negative x-axis. And this is the direction of current. That is nothing but photo current. The current which is coming from these photodiodes are very less. That's why we have considered the photocurrent present inside a photodiode is in milliampere. Okay. Now, the current is due to based on the number of incident intensities. Okay. In which particular amount of energy which we are applying, that is related to the number of electrons, the number of current present inside a photodiode. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಫೋಟಾನ್ಸ್ ನ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಬಯಾಸ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೋಟೋಡಯೋಡ್ ನ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, ಫೋಟೋಡಯೋಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ನಾವು ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಇರ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. This is symbolic representation of a photodiode. This is a graphical representation of a photodiode. Okay, and we will get some other rays like this. This is for different intensities of light. Here I1, I2 and I3 represents the intensities. What is the meaning of I1, I2, I3 here? These are all intensities. For example, let us assume this as this current we are getting for red light intensity. This is for blue, this is for green. Like this, for different intensities we are getting different currents, because different intensity of light consisting of different wavelengths. Due to that frequency and wavelength only, the energy or the current which we are getting is vary. ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಂಟೆನ್ಸಿಟಿನ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Actually, this is all about photodiode and the applications of photodiode, where we are using these photodiodes. Actually, photodiodes are used in optical signals. Photodiodes are used in optical signals, and it is used to measure the intensity of an incident radiation. photodiodes are used to detect the intensity of incident radiations, and it is used in optical demodulation, and it is also used in optical communication device, that is nothing but optic fibers. We use photodiodes in optical fiber communications, and we also used these photodiodes in logic circuits. Photodiodes are used in logic circuits, optical fiber communication, or we can call that as optical communication, that is optical demodulation. We are using this photodiode in optical demodulation and detect the intensity of incident radiation. We don't know which amount of energy we are incidenting radiation. Then we can use the photodiode to detect the intensity of intended radiation. And this is also used in optical signals. And this is all about photodiode. And the another optoelectronic device is LED. What is the meaning of LED? Actually, we all know that is light emitting diode. LED means that is light emitting diode. What is the meaning of light emitting diode is? What it will do? Actually, light emitting diode is a device which absorbs electrical energy, and it will convert that electrical energy into photon energy. It is a device which converts electrical signal or electrical energy into photon energy. If a device converts electrical energy into photon energy, such type of devices are called as light emitting diodes. Light emitting diode is a best example for photo transmitters. Actually, for photo receivers, photodiode is an example, and for an photo transmitters, that is photo emitters, LED is a best example for photo emitters or photo transmitters. Let us see how light emitting diodes are emitting light radiation. For that, we have to consider a PN junction diode. And this PN junction has to connect in a forward bias condition. For example, let us assume this as a P type and this as a N type of a semiconductor. And P type of a semiconductor has to connect it to the positive of the battery or cell, and N type of a semiconductor has to connect it to the negative terminal of the battery, or we can call this as cell or battery. In case of a battery, we have to use more lines. Okay, generally it will be like this. In case of a battery, we have to write like this. That means number of cells is nothing but battery. We are connecting high power batteries. That is the meaning of these lines. Okay, if we are writing only two lines, that is very less, consisting of very less energy compared to these cells. Okay, now here what we have is P and N type of a semiconductor. In case of a forward bias condition, we don't have any depletion layer inside a PN junction semiconductor. In case of a forward bias condition, if we are applying voltage means, or if we are applying external electric field means, there is no presence of depletion layer inside a PN junction semiconductor diode. Now, here what we have is the number of electrons present in this region. We are sending electrons to the N type of a semiconductor. Already we have more number of electrons or majority charge carriers are electrons inside a N type of a semiconductor, and in case of a P type of a semiconductor we have more number of holes inside a P type of a semiconductor, and again also we are supplying some electrons and holes to these N and P type of a semiconductor respectively. Now what it will happen? The junction breaks down between P and N type of a semiconductor. The junction breaks down between P and N type of a semiconductor. Then what it will happen? These majority charge carriers recombines, that is electron hole pair recombination occurs. Due to this electron hole pair recombination, what we are getting is light is coming out of these semiconductors, that is energy. Energy in terms of photon energy. Energy in terms of photon energy. That is due to the forward bias condition of a PN junction semiconductor diode. Actually, in case of a general PN junction semiconductor diode, the light energy won't come. Okay, only electrical energy will come in case of a general PN junction diode. Then what is the difference between light emitting diode and normal PN junction semiconductor diode? That is only transition elements. Okay, compound semiconductors only can emit light radiation in case of a PN junction semiconductor diode. Which kind of compound elements we are using for LED? That is gallium arsenide. This is gallium trivalent impurity, this is pentavalent impurity. If we are combining trivalent and pentavalent impurities together, then we can get a photon energy due to PN junction semiconductor diode. Or another transition elements as gallium arsenic phosphorus or gallium arsenic boron. We can use compound elements for LED. Due to these compound elements only, due to the chemical properties of these compound elements, the light energy is coming out of this light emitting diode. If the diode is emitting light energy, that is due to main reason of these compound elements. Due to the chemical property of these compound elements, we are getting light energy from this diode. Okay, this is how the light energy is emitting from light emitting diode, and the symbolic representation of this light emitting diode will be like this. In case of a photodiode, we have to show a direction of a light ray towards the diode, but in case of a light emitting diode, we have to show the direction of a incident photon energy away from the diode. This is actually the symbolic representation of a light emitting diode. Already we have discussed about photodiode. This is light emitting diode, but in case of a light emitting diode, the battery has to connect in a forward bias condition. In case of a light emitting diode, the battery has to connect in a forward bias condition. Actually, this is all about light emitting diode, and the graphical representation of this light emitting diode will be generally as normal PN junction diode. This is voltage, forward voltage, and what we are getting here is intensity, that is energy. Energy in terms of light radiation, or we can consider this as a intensity of a light that is coming out of a light emitting diode. Actually, this is all about light emitting diode, and we have to explain the applications of a light emitting diode. what are the applications of light emitting diode? Let us see. Actually, light emitting diodes are used in various applications. Okay, those are LEDs are used in remote controllers. Okay, light emitting diodes are used in remote controllers and burglar alarms. What is the meaning of burglar alarm? That is nothing but thief alarms. Burglar means thief. Okay, we can use these light emitting diodes in burglar alarms. We can use these in LED TVs and traffic signals, and we have number of applications. If they ask in your examination, write the applications or advantages of light emitting diode. For 2 marks, you have to write any 4 of its applications. That is more than enough. Actually, generally they will ask, write the applications of light emitting diode for 2 marks. If they ask like this, you have to write any 4 of the applications of a light emitting diode. And the next topic of optoelectronic devices are solar cell. Actually, we all know about solar cell. What it will do? It will convert solar energy into electrical energy. What is the duty of a solar cell? It will convert solar energy or light energy into electrical energy. For this, what we have to do? We have to construct this with a P and N type of a semiconductor. Okay, and in this particular case, N type of semiconductor has to be very small in space and its size very small, and P type of semiconductor has to be very large in its size. But generally we will consider, we have to write our P and N type of a semiconductor like this. Okay, P type of a semiconductor has to consist a large space than N type of a semiconductor in this case. But this this solar cell material doesn't work on the principle of forward bias or reverse bias condition. Why? Because we are not connecting any external power supply to this solar cell. What we are connecting? We are connecting only a resistor across this solar cell. Okay, we are connecting only a resistor across this solar cell. Actually, it has 2 semiconductors. One is P type of semiconductor and another one is N type of semiconductor. For this case, we have to incident a light energy of a radiation has to be suitable for the electron hole pair recombination. That means it has to be greater or equal to the energy gap. The energy which we are incidenting to this solar cell has to be equal or greater than the energy gap of these semiconductors. Then only electron hole pair recombination can happen near the junction of the P and N type of a semiconductor. Okay, but in case of a solar cell, the energy hole pair recombination can also happen here only. Okay, in case of a P and N type of a semiconductor, the solar energy radiation absorption can also takes place in case of a P and N type of a semiconductor, not only in depletion layer. Actually, what is this? This is depletion layer of a P and N type of a semiconductor. Here we are not connecting any external power supply, so there is no concept will occur like forward and reverse bias condition. Only incident photon radiation will absorb and electron hole pair recombination will happen, and the energy is transmitting to these metallic contacts. The energy, the electron hole pair recombination which is occurring is energy is transferring to these metallic contacts. From which concept? From the electric field. Okay, due to the absorption of incident light energy from the electrons, it will go and recombine with holes. These holes has to diffuse towards P type of a semiconductor, and this electron has to diffuse towards N type of a semiconductor. And these electrons and holes are traveling through these metallic contacts. In case of a solar cell, these free holes and these free electrons are diffused through these metallic contacts, and again it will come recombine in this metallic contact. Then we will get electricity or electrical energy. We will get our electrical energy like this. Actually, this is a very simple concept. Here we don't have any battery to get forward and reverse bias conditions. Only the incident photon energy will absorb in depletion layer, and we can it can also absorb in N and P type of a semiconductor, but it is a waste. That is a waste of energy, because we have any extra electrons are here, we don't have any extra holes for the concept of recombination. That is why it has to absorb more photon incidence radiation in depletion region only. And the field set up inside a depletion layer is breaking this electron hole pair, and these holes and electron again moves towards a metallic contact. Actually, this is a metallic contact. This wire is a metallic contact, and inside this metallic contact we will get our energy in the form of electricity. If you want to measure the current which is coming from this solar cell, then we have to connect an ammeter. Okay, we have to connect an ammeter across this PN junction semiconductor diode. Then we can easily calculate or measure how much amount of electric current which we are getting from this solar cell. Or we can also connect an voltmeter to measure how much amount of voltage which is coming from this solar cell. Actually, this is all about the working and construction of a solar cell. This is very simple. We have to incident a light energy of a suitable energy that is nearly inside a depletion region. The electron hole pair concept will generate. Then the field splits up this electron hole pair, and this electron and hole will travel throughout the metallic conductor. Then again they are recombining in this metallic wire. Then we will get the concept of electric field, that is in the form of electricity. Okay, this is actually the concept of solar cell. It is a device which converts solar energy or solar radiation into electrical energy. This is incident radiation. Now there is a concept, we have to write a graphical representation of this solar cell. Actually, the graphical this is voltage direction, this is current, this is the direction of a current, and this is the direction of a voltage. Y-axis is current and x-axis voltage. But here what we are getting is a positive voltage. If we break the circuit, then what we will get here is open circuit voltage. We used to call this as a open circuit voltage. What is open circuit voltage? Open circuit voltage means we have to connect only a voltmeter across the circuit. We don't have to connect any resistors. Okay, we have to connect only a voltmeter across the PN junction semiconductor. Then what we will get here is maximum voltage. That is also we called as open circuit voltage. In that particular case, we don't get any current inside a solar cell circuit. We call this point as VOC. What is VOC? That is open circuit voltage. And if we short these two, okay, we don't have to connect any voltmeter to this, and if we have to short these two wires, what we will get here is, that is short circuit current. In case of a short circuit current and open circuit voltage, we should not connect any resistor across the PN junction semiconductor diode. Okay, we have to short these two metallic wire directly, then we will get maximum current that will be present in here. That is negative voltage. We are getting negative voltage in case of a solar cell. Actually, this is the graphical representation of a solar cell. This is ISC, this is VOC. What is VOC? VOC is open circuit voltage. This is ISC, means short circuit current. This is graphical representation of a solar cell. And the symbolic representation of a solar cell. What is the symbolic representation of a solar cell? Here we have to write a cell and we have to show incident photon energy. Actually, this is the symbolic representation of a solar cell. In this case, we don't have to connect any external power supply. Okay. Actually, this is all about solar cell. Work construction and working, graphical representation, symbolic representation of a solar cell. And what are the applications of solar cell? Actually, we can see lot of applications related to solar cell. We can use this solar cell in our calculators and solar panels and solar cells, and in case of artificial intelligence we can use these solar cells, and for charging a battery, if you want to charge a battery we can use this solar cells. And solar cookers, in solar cookers also we can use solar cells. And space vehicles, most of the space vehicles is based on solar cell only, because we cannot produce electric field inside a space vehicles. That's why what we will pack a solar cell at the outer surface of a space vehicles. Then these solar panels will absorb the solar energy or light energy. Then that will be the process of conversion of solar energy into electrical energy. That is why space vehicles operates. And this is all about solar cell. And in our today's class we have discussed about optoelectronic devices. They were photo transmitters and photo receivers. And photodiode is an example of a photo receiver, and LED is an example for photo transmitters. And we have seen solar cell. And this is all about today's class. From our next session we can discuss transistor concept. Actually, transistor is a very important concept from your examination point of view. Any one of the topic of a transistor can be asked in your examination for 5 marks. Okay, thank you.